Live.
Okay, call the meeting of the Wyomissing Borough Council to order. We'll start with pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Senko?
Here.
Councilmember Weiner? Here. Councilmember Noble?
Here.
Councilmember Barnett? Here. Councilmember Whitehouse?
Here.
And Council President James.
Here. Okay, before tonight's meeting, there was an executive session where legal issues were discussed. Moving on, I'll entertain public comment as they relate to items that are on the agenda only. Are there any public comments relating to agenda items?
I have.
Sir?
I'll be very brief. I have actually two. I'm hoping I can fit them. First of all, I stand before you to commend the steps taken by this council towards enhancing transparency and making the complete council packet available in advance. The ability for the public to access the same information as our council member before meetings is a commendable stride towards participatory governance. As someone who has actively participated in our community since 2019, I have witnessed the evolution from requiring the right to know request for mere agenda outlines to this moment where comprehensive data is preemptively shared. 123 pages, that's amazing. This progress should not only be acknowledged but solidified as a standard practice. However, while we appreciate this process, we must also recognize the need to deepen our commitment to transparency and accountability. Today, I urge the Council to consider the approval of a video recording system for all public meetings. As you are aware, I have personally recorded these sessions since 2019, sharing them on YouTube for public access. While the written minutes serve a record, they cannot convey the full scope of discussions, the tone of our debates, or the nuances of public sentiment. Video recordings offer an unfiltered perspective of our democratic process in action. They serve as a crucial tool for accountability, ensuring that public comments and council discussions are accurately documented and easily accessible. During the pandemic, mandatory recordings became a window in our governance for those who could not attend in person. We must continue to leverage such technology, especially when the administration has already taken proactive steps to obtain installation quotes. Moreover, video recordings enhance accessibility, offering everyone the opportunity to engage with local governance on their own schedule. They allow for captions and other accessibility features, making our meetings inclusive for all residents regardless of physical ability or schedule constraints. In closing, I call upon the council not only support the implementation of this recording system, but to also consider the broader impact of such decision. It is a step toward a future where public trust is strengthened and civic engagement is not just encouraged but empowered. Let's set a precedent for transparency that stands as a model for communities in Berks. How much time do I have?
You got 5 minutes?
Okay. Left. If you didn't start it, that's good.
You have 5 minutes. You're reading fast.
Yes. Well, the other issue is a matter of great importance that I consider.
You have 3 minutes.
That's
I
fine.
apologize.
I'll be fine. This is short. The proposed roundabout at Penn Ave and State Hill Road, while I acknowledge that there have been reservations expressed by the borough engineer to PennDOT, which I have attached here for reference because I don't remember seeing them in the minutes. If they were on, I apologize. I wish to present a case for why we should reconsider our stance. Firstly, let's
Sir,
address
this isn't on the agenda.
it has been discussed
You wish to
in
show me
infrastructure.
Tonight's
Infrastructure.
agenda, where is
Yeah.
it, sir?
in infrastructure and
Tonight's
borough
agenda?
engineers report.
It is not on the borough agenda
That's
for
the
this
problem,
evening.
that it's not.
Sir, you have to wait till the end of the meeting.
Sure. I'll be happy to. Thank you.
Are there any other public comments as they deal with the agenda items?
I have a question. Is the Stone House on the agenda tonight?
No, you'll have to wait till the end of the meeting.
The end of the meeting.
There's a second public comment.
Public
period
comment,
at the
none.
end of the meeting for non-agenda related items.
Okay, to save a little bit of time, we're gonna go out of order and have a resolution I wish to read tonight. And it's resolution number 2024-09. A resolution of the Council of the Borough of Wyomissing, Berks County, Pennsylvania, in recognition of the dedication and contributions of John Gallen to the Borough of Wyomissing. Whereas John Gallen served as the Wyomissing Borough Council as a member from 2008 to 2009 and as Vice President from 2010 to 2011. And whereas Mr. Gallen served on the Financial Administration Committee as a member from 2008 to 2009, chaired the committee from 2010 to 2011, and again, a member from 2012 to 2023. And whereas Mr. Gallen served on the Economic Development Committee as a member from 2008 to 2011. And whereas Mr. Gallen served on the Personnel Committee as a member from 2009 to 2011. And whereas the Council of the Borough of Wyomissing wishes to recognize with sincere gratitude and appreciation the dedication and numerous long-standing contributions of John Gallen to the Borough of Wyomissing and to the community at large. John? Thank you. Thank you for everything.
John, it's not too late to change your mind.
Oh, we'll stay by the
Get a
fire.
photo of these. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Don't be a stranger.
Yes. Motion and second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Okay, on a little more somber note, I wish to have a moment of silence in recognition of three of our past council members, Mr. Carl Trenton, Mr. Dan Phelps, and Mr. Greg Portner, all who have passed away within the past week or two. So may we have a moment of silence? Thank you very much. Okay, you have before you the council minutes of December the 12th, 2023, and of December 21, 2023. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay. Also entertain the motion for the receiving and approving the council reorganization meetings. Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consulting engineers report, Mr. McCarthy.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. First meeting of the new year, huh?
everything's in our report. The one thing we're trying to expedite, as everyone's aware, the projects, the Cambridge Commons, culvert and stream work, and the Wyoming pedestrian bridge have timelines of March 15th. So we're trying to expedite PennDOT to approve the structural design so the contractor can get in there and complete the work before March 15th. So we're still on that path. We've gone back and forth with them on some different things. They wanted a third-party engineer to do some structural work, so we use traffic planning and design as borough traffic engineer because they're already PennDOT approved, and it can't be us. They wanted someone else. They're in process of getting that revised info back to PennDOT. So that's really the only thing that's transpired since we wrote the report. It's not in there. And if you have any other questions, that's something I did cover or expand on.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. McCarthy? Hearing none, entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Jim. Police chief and mayor's report. Mr. Mayor and Chief.
I'd like to report that I feel very strongly that things are moving very well. The department is fully engaged, and we've had some retirements and some shifting around and so on. And I can honestly tell the community that the police department is in good order. The chief will, of course, as always, review the highlights of his report and then take any questions that you may have.
Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year as well. For the month of December, we were available for 3,627 hours of on-duty time. We handled 657 calls during the month. A total of 208 of those calls were in our business districts for 32%, and 25 were in our residential communities for 4%. Took us an average of 6.91 minutes to arrive on location for our incidents, and we spent an average of 32.25 minutes on our calls. The training for the month consisted of our new officer training and attendance at Philadelphia Cyber Fraud Conference. We gave assistance 28 times and received it 17 times. A couple of incidents of note: on the 14th, we received a bomb threat again at one of our local Jewish institutions. We had the assistance of the Reading Bomb Squad and the Berks County Sheriff's Department with a bomb sniffing canine to clear 2 locations. This is a date again that was, this same threat went out throughout the state, and this too, as our last one, was referred to the FBI. On the 18th, our department holiday meeting was held, and just a couple items of note from that. I gave some awards to some of our officers. Detective Klatt received the Exceptional Duty Award. Officers Borman, Estefez, and Purcell, the Grand Cordon Award. That's an award that's given for a response in acting as a unit to make that incident, the resolution be smooth, so to speak. And I gave that to them for their assistance to West Reading with the Palmer Candy incident with the explosion. Officers Bird, Cavallo, Estevez, Hurlbrink, and Sergeant Schaefer received the Honorable Service Award, and that was for the amount of self-initiated incidents that they did for the year of 2023. And Officer Cavallo also received from the Berks Lodge FOP the Honorable Service Award for his involvement in the officer-involved shooting in March of 2023. On the 22nd of December, Officer Niedermeyer successfully graduated from the Reading Police Academy. He passed his WILPEC certification test and has now begun his training here at the department. We have partnered with the Animal Rescue League. We've started what's called, or I don't know if we started it, but we're taking part in something that is called the Dog Ambassador Program. Our officers will go over, they'll take some pictures with the dogs and they're putting it on their social media, we're putting it on ours, and it's a little bio about the dog in hopes that the dogs get adopted. So far, the dogs that our officers have been involved with, I think all three have been adopted. We're encouraging them to go back and do some more pictures with the dogs. We're putting it on our social media, like I said. In return for this, what they've done is they've given us a chip reader so that when we get a dog that may be loose, that we can scan it to see if it's chipped to get it back to its owner before, we don't have to send it to the ARL. Take that middleman out. They also gave us some slip leashes, so we could put one in each of our patrol cars so that we have a way to find the dog and get it into the car and such. And last, if you don't mind, this last one with the award presentation to Lee Allen, I'd like to do that once I'm done with my report. Our top incidents for the month were pretty standard, as always, traffic stops being our highest. We had 59 total crashes. We gave out a total of 204 citations, warnings, and parking tickets. We arrested 37 individuals. We dealt with 6 wanted individuals. There were 35 Part 1 and Part 2 offenses, which left our calls for service at 622. I have the breakdown of those numbers. I have here our clearance rate at 72% for the year. A couple of other arrests have come in since I did this report, so we moved up to 73%. So when you look at the comparison, we're the same as we were back in 2019. We used just over 920 gallons of fuel and patrolled just over 9,500 miles. With fines, our parking tickets and request for reports and such, we brought in just under $7,000 in revenue. Our arrests, retail theft was our highest for December, not surprisingly, with everybody out shopping for Christmas, and then those that were deciding to get a little bit of discount on those items they were looking to purchase. And then I have our breakdown of our times. Our 9 o'clock hour in the evening was our busiest time, and it looks like Saturday was our busiest day at 125. If anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them this time.
Any questions for the chief or the mayor? You want to do your-
Yeah, and I'll let everybody know, I've been working on the annual report. My goal was to get it done for February's fire and police, but I should have it done for January. I've been working at it almost nonstop since coming back, so. I have an award that I would like to present to, someone here with us. Mr. Hedberg, can you come up here? Mr. Heckrow, he works for Preventing Eagle. He's a delivery person. He's been doing it for several years now. He's been here in the borough for many years, and he knows the people on his route. Knows them very well. He knows their patterns. And I know, in speaking with him, he is not comfortable with this. He doesn't think it's a big deal, and he actually feels bad that he waited a couple of days in doing what he did, which I've tried to let him know that what he did is something that most people wouldn't do. And I firmly believe that he actually saved the life of one of our residents. So if you don't mind, I'll just read what I have listed here on his award. On December 28, 2023, Mr. Lee Heckrow was making newspaper deliveries within the borough of Wyomissing when he observed numerous papers piled up outside a customer's residence. Mr. Heckrow found this to be odd, as the customer always takes the paper inside. Mr. Heckrow made contact with the Wyomissing Police Department and advised them of his concerns. Upon further investigation by the Wyomissing Police, it was found that the elderly resident at that location of concern had fallen and had been on the ground for several days, unable to get up or make contact with anyone to obtain help. Mr. Heckrow's willingness to act upon his observations and instinct likely saved the life of this citizen. Mr. Heckrow's valiant actions exemplifies the values of the Wyomissing Police Department and is hereby awarded the Civilian Service Award this 9th day of January 2024. I really do appreciate what you did, and I know the family of this woman does too, so thank you very much.
I appreciate it. I didn't do it to get anything or anything like that. Just felt right.
Yeah, well, like I said, I really believe you saved this person's life. I know her son does too, so
I appreciate it.
appreciate it.
That's great.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Those are the ones.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Fire chief's report.
Good evening. For the month of December, there was 147 responses by the Wyomissing Fire Department, consisting of 7 fires, 34 motor vehicle accidents, 41 QRS medical, 19 hazardous conditions, 44 alarm activations, and 2 fire police calls. Total responses in the borough, 103. Responses in Spring Township, 22. Responses outside of the borough, 22. Overlapping calls, 69. That was broken down between 34 between Spring and Wyomissing, 9 with Wyomissing, and 26 with Spring. No damage for the month of December. Average turnout per incident was 5 personnel. A volunteer response of 15 personnel. And we ended the year with 1,867 calls. Our busiest day of the week was Friday with 46 incidents. Busiest hour of the day was 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. with 24 incidents. Out of the 41 medical calls, there was 21 patient contacts and no Narcan administration for the borough. Anybody have any questions I'd be happy to answer?
Where did you wind up our calls last year?
I think we're about 20 ahead of what we were last year. Yeah, it's on the upward tick. I think we were, the upper 1700s. So actually, that might be more than that. I'm working on the year-end report as well too. So I don't think I will have that done for fun.
That's okay.
We have it for February, this meeting here.
Okay, any questions for the fire chief? Hearing none, entertain a motion to approve. Motion is second, all those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, since Mr. Brunner is unable to be with us this evening, the infrastructure committee report will be given by Ms. Reimer. Throw you right into the
So
wolf.
just throw me right in here. You all have the information in your packet, as does the public. I don't know if you have any questions, we have a few things we have to approve. Do I just jump right into
Yep.
these? Alright. The first one is, we need a motion to, do I read the whole thing out, table, approve, or deny, or should I just go with approve?
If you're recommending approval, just say it.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve authorizing the borough engineer to design, permit, and bid the Fourth and Olive and Wynwood pump station projects, contingent upon legal enforcement of capacity reservation and cost sharing agreements.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
I'd also like to make a motion to approve the borough solicitor to prepare capacity reservation and cost sharing agreements for any developer that has requested capacity.
We have a motion and second, all those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the time extension of substantial completion to be extended to February 29th, 2024 for the Berkshire Boulevard Pump Station project.
Motion and second, all those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve payment application number 1 in the amount of $266,997.57 to Ball Construction for the Public Works Garage project using the Tompkins General obligation note.
We have a motion and a second, roll call please.
Councilmember Stanko?
Aye.
Councilmember Reiner?
Aye.
Councilmember Vogel?
Yes.
Councilmember Barnett. Councilmember Weinhardt.
Aye.
And Council President Jennings.
Yes.
And then we also need a motion to table, approve, or deny partnering with Spring Township on the 2024 emergency repair and maintenance contract.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
Just for the new members, if you're not aware of what this is a contract where we bid for emergency work by like excavators or other people who might do emergency repairs on our infrastructure. So we have these people lined up so they can be called on moment's notice, if you want to add.
That's correct.
Jim.
Yeah.
So if we would have a major sinkhole or something major that we couldn't handle in-house.
Yeah.
a backup.
I saw we've done this in the past, in years past, and so I figured it was.
And we hope to get a better rate if we share it with Spring Township.
That's all I have.
Okay. Any, Jim?
I'd just like people to be aware that my annual report is complete ahead of
Yes.
time. And it's very interesting reading.
I did read it this afternoon, and it is, there's a lot of good stuff in here, so, your department, did good work.
And then do I make the motion to approve your report?
Either you. A motion and second to approve, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Good job for your first one. Okay, moving on to the library board. You were at the meeting.
I was, yes.
Do you have anything you wish to?
No, I mean, the report is pretty much encapsulated. They're looking to fill the vacancies that they have. It looks like for the coming year, the library is looking to fundraise in a new direction. So they are expecting an estate gift to come in. So they're seeing how they can best utilize that to make sure they have those funds prepared for any long-term needs that they have. So they're taking an active look at that and seeing how they can maximize fundraising efforts in the new year.
Very good. The one thing I'm gonna hitch up with and see, maybe we can get Dave involved now since he's the new president down there. I learned today that the library has been replaced by Spring Township Library for, Kimberton food for the, match the cash register, which was a great fundraiser for the.
Yeah, so I think Kimberton
for the
does it
library.
once per month, so I think this month they're, I was just there today, it was a shelter of some capacity, they're raising funds for this.
Yeah, but we were, Missing Library was on it last year, we're not on it this year at all. So I think somebody needs to, kind of address that.
We'll see what we can do.
Very good. Okay, anything else? Rick?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, entertain a motion to approve the library board report.
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to Personnel Committee, Mr. Mogul.
Thank you, Bill. I was not present at the Personnel Committee. Steve Brunner ran it, and he's not here tonight, so we'll just go right into the motions. A motion to approve moving forward with the wellness program specific to the fire and police departments using Christina Scherer as the wellness consultant. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Motion is, I'll make the motion to approve the Parks Department maintenance position description.
Motion and second. Question on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Motion to approve the advertising and initiating the hiring process for the Parks Department maintenance position.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
I don't see.
Different
sorry, Jenna. Some of these motions were approved at the special council
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah. Yeah, I asked the same thing, so there's
Oh.
several things on, never passed the other.
Yeah. You're at the-
Make a motion to schedule in-house customized leadership training to the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And then it was decided the motion should be made, Borough Hall should be closed the day after Independence Day, Friday, July 5th, 2024. I make that motion.
We have a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, an extra day. Anybody, any other questions, for the Personnel Committee? Hearing none, entertain a motion to approve. Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, moving on to the Finance Administration. It's pretty involved, and we're not about to attempt to go through everything, but let's just prove, you know, if you study the numbers, it was a very financially responsible year. We ended the year quite well, and in a position, I think, better than most municipalities in Berks County did. So, the Finance Administration Committee is to be commended for a job well done. But having said that, I will make a motion authorizing the business manager to draw on the Tompkins general obligation note in the amount of $267,997.57 for expenditures incurred for the Public Works Garage projects for the January management service fee and construction services pending January council meeting. I will make that motion. I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Senko?
Yes.
Councilmember Reimer?
Yes.
Councilmember Vogel?
Yes.
Councilmember Barnett?
Yes.
Councilmember Weinhofer?
Yes.
And Council President James?
Yes. Okay.
Bill, if I may.
Yes.
We have a number of people here this evening from the community, which is great, but they're not often here. So I think you might want to know that most borough business is approved by a voice vote, aye or nay. But whenever we're spending money, like this last motion, then there is an individual roll call made so that the public is aware how each individual member of council voted. That's why it differs.
Thank you, Fred. Okay, moving on to the.
I'll make the motion to approve the finance.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to the Borough Manager's Report. Ms. Bear.
Good evening. Just scrolling through my resolutions quickly. The Western Berks Water Authority Board minutes were received today and were sent out to you separately from the council packet, acknowledging that you should have received them. I'm respectfully requesting a motion for adoption of resolution number 2024-10, a resolution of the Council of the Borough of Wyomissing, Berks County, Pennsylvania, in recognition of the dedication and contributions of David Reeser to the Borough of Wyomissing.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And we have something I'd like to present to you.
I'm not finished yet.
Now, this is for,
Is this my last night?
this is for your term on
Didn't
council.
anybody tell you?
Well, that's why I'm gonna come down to rain then. Jeez.
You can- if you can get it tomorrow morning, that's fine.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope they continue. Find another path here, Rodney. Oh, that's a great time.
I apologize, did you approve the motion? Yes. Respectfully, I request a motion for adoption of resolution number 2024-11, a resolution of the council of the Borough of Wyomissing, Berks County, Pennsylvania, in recognition of the dedication and contributions of Keith Durr to the Borough of Wyomissing. Keith is unfortunately not able to join us tonight, but I will make arrangements with him to drop off a copy of the resolution and
So
his
moved.
collage as well.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
I'm respectfully requesting a motion to adopt resolution number 2024-12, a resolution of the council of the Borough of Wyomissing, Berks County, Pennsylvania, in recognition of the life and contributions of Gregory L. Porter.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it.
If you read Mr. Portner's obituary, you might have noted that in lieu of flowers, donations were requested to be made to the PA Vent Camp. A check will be included in this week's check run for $50 to that organization in his memory. I'm also respectfully requesting a motion for adoption of resolution number 2024-13, a resolution of the council of the Borough of Wyomissing, Berks County, Pennsylvania, in recognition of the life and contributions of Daniel A. Phelps.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And similar, Mr. Phelps's obituary requested in lieu of flowers a donation to the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum. So also in this week's check run, there will be a donation made in his honor. I'm respectfully requesting a motion for the adoption of resolution number 2024-14, a resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Wyomissing amending the police civil service rules and regulations for use by the Borough Civil Service Commission for the examination, selection, employment, promotion, discipline, and furlough of police officers. This is specific to the definition of police officer to clean up the language as we have previously discussed.
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
I'm respectfully requesting a motion to approve authorizing the business manager to invest $4 million in funds in $1 million increments into a 180, 210, 240, and 270 day play-up term.
Second.
Motion second, roll call please.
Councilmember Senko?
Yes.
Councilmember Reimer?
Yes.
Councilmember Vogel?
Yes.
Councilmember Barnett?
Yes.
Councilmember Weinhopper?
Yes.
And Council President James.
Yes.
As a reminder, Borough Hall will be closed this coming Monday, January 15th for Martin Luther King Day. And as a reminder, infrastructure will meet Tuesday, January 16th at 12 p.m. I'm sorry, 12:30 p.m.
Are there any
12:30.
questions for the borough manager? Hearing none, entertain a motion to purpose.
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Okay, in your packet, you have the treasurer's statement of operation, which includes the general fund, the Bureau of Water, sewer fund, highway aid, refuge and recycling fund, the road tax fund. We have our treasurer, Mr. Reeser, here this evening. You wish to make a comment?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Looking at the full year, I like to compare what we said we were going to do versus what we did, money financially wise. Looking at the full year, comparing our actual to variance, or what actual budget rather, we ended the year with a favorable amount of revenue in the amount of $1,900,000. And in expenses, we spent about $960,000 less, which again is favorable. So that amounted to almost $2,900,000. Now, there's some reasons for that. Some of the projects we've not done, so that'll come in the future. However, that's certainly an excellent way to start the new year with a $2.9 million excess, if you will. One other comment I will make on the Pliget interest, we made over 500 million. 500 million. I was thinking of my budget then. $500,000 interest variance, an additional 500 and some thousand dollars in interest, which is how long is that going to continue? And that's anybody's guess. My guess is rates are going to come down, but who knows? But anyway, so that's an item of note. That's really all I have, and I would request, council, if you do have anything you'd like to know or questions, please ask me and I'll certainly get an answer. That's not an issue for me. So that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sure.
Under parks, we have, a December budget of 1,000, but we spent 38,000. Do you know what that was for?
I do not know that what that was.
I don't know off the top of my head, but my guess is it might be timing with when, was that the $37,000 deposit for the bridge, the Tug Bridge?
Okay.
Okay.
What was the deposit?
37,000.
Yeah, that was 3807, so 37 of that was.
Thank you.
And for those who don't, the Ped Bridge is the pedestrian bridge that is being replaced at Parkside Drive South, the parking lot going into the park area at the Stone House. Okay, any other questions for the treasurer? Nice job, Dave.
I make a motion to approve the treasurer's statement of operations.
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, and in your packet also is the accounts payable report, which is general fund, Bureau of Water, sewer fund, refuge and recycling fund. And I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable report.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, roll call please.
Councilmember Senko?
Yes.
Councilmember Reimer?
Yes.
Councilmember Vogel?
Yes.
Councilmember Burnett? Councilmember Weinhofer?
Yes.
Council President James?
Yes. And the tax collectors report?
Sorry, I was just on that.
Okay. Entertain a motion to approve the tax collectors report.
So, second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, that ends our committee reports for this evening. At this time, council will entertain public comment as they relate to items which are not on the agenda. And if I may say, just as a reminder, there is a 5-minute limit. Sir.
Thank you. Gregory Kutajarski, 41 Carver Road. I would suggest we need to replace Mr. Hartman as our solicitor. And the reason is, he is doing a bad job for our board. I found that in ordinances 1403 and 1408 of 2019, he included that any traffic studies required to support the amendments contained herein have been duly performed by or reviewed by the police department of the Bureau of Finance. He could not certify it, because when I emailed Police Chief Bills about this study, he explained there was no study at all. When I ordered the documents from the Bureau replied there are nothing. Nothing about it, no communication about this, nothing. So, two ordinances published by the borough actually are false advertisements. And Mr. Hartman and his company charged us hundreds of dollars for nothing. And we look very bleak in this situation. He also falsifies my remarks, my comments at the meetings, and last time he even removed the whole item from the report of the borough commission and borough meeting. This is all about him. You can think about it. Probably he is doing it under the pressure. I don't know, but it looks like he also included some emails, some phone calls in his invoice for those ordinances that he is not going to explain whom he called or whom he mailed. It's very suspicious. So it's all regarding Title 75, item 6109, it's about study. If the study was not done, we cannot use this ordinance as a borough code. It is prohibited by the Pennsylvania code. It's prohibited by the PennDOT. Also, say we have it, we have these ordinances on file, we have to find people who park in the private parking zone or 47 Cardinal Road, which is gifted to residents, Mr. Kulin and Mr. Denaro, just because they need protection if the certain services, emergency services, need to reach them. Maybe, but Mr. Bill and Mr. Kulin had another opinion, it's just private zone. So, I took on myself trying to tell the borough of the problems there when he is parking his vehicle and his wife is parking his vehicle. It's total of 11 times that I reported to the borough. As far as I know, not a single time there was issued any citation, any warning, nothing. It is again a violation of Title 75, which can strip our borough of any funds from Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. Last 3 times,
One
just
minute remaining.
after my speech here about this problem, December 13, December 21, and today, January 9, the vehicles were parked in this no parking zone. I reported this situation online to the borough, and I sent emails to Mr. Jenkins and to the police chief. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your comments. Are there any other public comments? Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm here, my name is Jamie Bias Jr., I'm here on behalf of State Representative Johanny Cepeda Freites at District 129. She serves the northeast part of Reading, West Reading, Wyomissing, and Sinking Spring and parts of Spring Township. And I'm here today to present a certificate of congratulations to 3 members, new members of this Borough Council. Congratulations on your successful election to Wyomissing Borough Council. Your dedication and commitment to the community will undoubtedly shape a brighter future for us all. Jen Reimer. And I know Stephen isn't here, Stephen's here. And Richard A. Wanhofer. And if you have any state-related needs or legislative needs, please feel free to reach out to our office. We're right here at 1111 Penn Avenue, next to the post office. And if there's something that our office cannot help with, we will try to find the answer. So whether that means reaching out to Chrissy Goulian or Judy Schwank, We try to use all resources. Our office often says that we don't eat no for breakfast, so, thank you.
Thank you very much, and please pass along our thanks. to everyone. Are there any other public comments? Yes, please state your name and your address.
Cynthia Hicks, 1145 Garfield Avenue. I just recently found out about the proposed parking lot at the Stone House, and I'm concerned about the location on that steep hill and the proximity to the pond and to the springs that feed the pond and to the creek. And as it concerns the construction of that parking lot, and also the fill that would be required to make that level enough for a parking lot. And so those are my concerns.
Okay. There has been some misinformation that has been distributed out there, being basically that parking lot is not the drawing that's being used. We don't even know where that came from. There's no stone wall being built. We don't know where that's come from.
No, I guess,
Sorry, man, you've had your time. We're not arguing or disputing things. This project has been going on for 4 years, been discussed, it's been advertised.
and most residents
Excuse me,
don't
ma'am,
know about
your
it.
time's up. And so the project is moving ahead. What we're going to be doing is trying to give a little bit more, you're talking about the grade and so forth. We're going to get some information on that, so you'll see exactly where the grade is, and that's all I can say right now. Some of the issues that of misunderstanding were the dots that were on the drawing, they thought were boulders. So, you know, what one person wants to proceed, we can't, you know, dispute that. So, are there any other? Yes, there will be a statement, and again, with the grades and so forth, once the project is definitely finalized, there'll be a statement released on the borough website explaining more in depth exactly what it's going to entail. The only thing I will say is we received $460,000 in grant money for this project, and part of that requirement is that we offer ADA parking. So if we want the grant money, we have to comply with the ADA requirements. Okay? I hope I've been able to answer your question.
I also wanted to talk about the parking lot.
Can you state your name and address, please?
Marie Brungart at 21 Woodland Road in Wyomissing. And I've lived in the borough since I've been 11 years old. And my children have used the pond and the park and the stone house. Now, what is the purpose of the parking lot? Who is it for?
The parking lot is primarily for people with physical disabilities. That is a federal law, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Bonnie Versace. I'm at 1045 Robin Road.
I'm sorry, your last name again?
Versace, Versace. Sorry, Versace, Versace, I don't correct anybody. I'm also concerned, I'm trying to figure out what the net gain is of putting that parking lot at the top. I'm on Robin Road, so I'm right at the other end at the parking area, Parkside South. And I'm a walker, and I'm also your trash collector, unpaid trash collector.
Thank you.
I pick up more trash in that parking lot at the bottom on my walks down to Wawa and back. I don't ever want anybody to really know that, so I'm hoping it doesn't go Any more please? But the point being, having an additional parking lot, and I worked with ADA for 25 years, maybe, a long time, since it came out. There is possibility of using the current lot to accommodate ADA, just saying. Could be researched. So I can't figure out what the net gain is on putting an additional parking at the top. And I think it's just gonna be more problematic for additional trash or all of the other somewhat illegal things that go on there after hours that we've already talked to the police about multiple times, and they've done their best to try and keep it under containment, but we also live there. Thank you.
Michelle?
Can I address your concerns? First and foremost, a lot of the focus on this project has been put on the parking lot. The parking lot is a very small percentage of the overall project, which is to redo all of the walking paths, the boardwalks leading to and from Old Man Echo, stop stream bank erosion. If you're familiar with Old Man Echo, that whole wall is slowly crumbling into the creek. Redo the area around the tennis courts, redo the guards, the walkways. I mean, right now, if you walk there, you know there's tripping hazards all over the place. The primary focus is to actually make it safer in general for everyone and ADA compliant. In terms of building code regulations, we have to have accessible parking within 75 feet of the stone house, which that parking lot on the other side of Parkside Drive South does not come close to meeting the requirement for. So if we're going to make all of these improvements, we do have to bring it up to code, and part of doing that is installing ADA parking.
Yeah. Thank you for your comments. Mr. JD?
Yeah. Before I read this, which is again short, I want to say a few words regarding these concerns with the stone house. I just received tonight that letter that was put out. It's amazing, you know. Sorry. And the image has nothing to do. I'm an engineer, I can read those plans. That image is put in there to generate outrage. It has nothing to do with the project, nothing to do. It's a circular driveway with trees, with an area, greenery area in the middle. And we need this investment for the stone house. Right now, it does not qualify. We have kids coming for birthday parties. And right now, they're just parking along Parkside Drive North and walking to the stone house. This small circular driveway would provide some relief, will allow the parents to park there and take the kids downstairs. There are, I think, 9 spaces extra from the ADA. We need this for that stone house. And to say that, I've seen in that thing, that the arguments are so exaggerated. The park is not pristine land. It's a municipal park. Municipal parks have parkings. We're not in Arizona here. Okay, so this is not pristine land. We need also to satisfy the needs of people with disabilities, of children and other things, not just a few people along who generated this whole outrage just because they don't want a parking lot in front of the home. This is the interest of the few above the interest of the many. Anyway, I will stop here. What I wanted to say is I stand to discuss the matter of the roundabout. By the way, this is an issue that you guys should be looking at Penn Ave and State Hill Road. While I acknowledge that there have been reservations expressed by the borough's engineer to PennDOT, I wish to present a case for why we should reconsider our stance. First, let's address the concern of property impact. It's imperative that public infrastructure projects balance individual property rights with a greater good. However, when the prospect of improved traffic flow is safety is at stake, benefits that serve the entire community, it is worth reevaluating our priorities. Economic development and business prosperity rely heavily on the accessibility and ease of traffic. We keep saying we want business, we want income. But how do we do this if we don't improve the flow, let people move in and out? That corridor, State Hill Road, is one of our economic axes besides Penn Ave. We need people to be able to move, not to sit there at lights forever. By opposing a roundabout, are we not potentially hindering our community's growth and safety? The congestion at this intersection is notorious, and the solution proposed by PennDOT is not just a caprice, it's a well-studied measure proven to alleviate similar situations across the country. Roundabouts have been shown to improve traffic flow, reduce accident rates, and decrease traffic delays. If we say we encourage business, we must ensure our infrastructure supports it. Moreover, let's consider transparency. Every resident deserves to understand the full scope of public projects that affect them. And here I concur with what you said. Yes, we need the public to know what's going on. This PennDOT project has been around. How about we put the documents on the website so residents are not coming last minute after everything has been approved? Yes, and say, hey, what the heck is going on here? We want it or we don't want it. We need to consult the public. I urge the council to make all details of the project readily available on the borough's website. Openness must be the cornerstone of our governance. In closing, I urge the council to think beyond the immediate, beyond the individual, and consider the long-term benefits that such a project could bring to our community. Let's align our actions with our declared intentions for economic development and make decisions that reflect the collective interest. And just closing, just look at our current roundabout. When you go there, you see green. You don't see a dry cross intersection with asphalt. You go towards it, you see trees, you see bushes, you go around. It's also, well, fine. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. And just to clarify a little bit here with everyone, the roundabout that we are concerned about is the one at Penn Avenue and State Hill Road that could possibly interfere with some of the property of Atonement Church.
No, it's not.
But again, this project is 5 years away. Nothing is carved in stone yet or concrete. We're waiting for final plans to be presented to us by PennDOT. But we did send a letter opposing one roundabout at Penn Avenue and State Hill Road for the reasons I just stated. So just a little clarification there. Is there any other public comments? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion and second, we are adjourned. Thank you one and all.